Thinking about packing your bags and starting fresh in a city where opportunity, affordability, and good vibes collide? What if you could move somewhere that's about to explode with growth before everyone else catches on? In this video, we're diving into the 10 US cities that are quickly turning into tomorrow's hottest places to live. Want lower living costs, booming job markets, and best quality of life? Stick around. We've crunched the numbers and found the future boomtowns of 2025. Which city will surprise you the most? And could your next hometown be hiding on this list? Let's find out. Number 10. Austin, Texas. All right, imagine this. You wake up to sunshine 300 days a year, grab a breakfast taco from a food truck, and then head to your remote job at a tech startup, or maybe even a major player like Google or Tesla. Welcome to Austin, Texas. This place has been on a rocket ride for over a decade, and guess what? 2025 is only cranking up the heat, not just weather-wise. As of early 2025, Austin's population has soared past 1 million, and it's growing at a pace of around 2.5% annually, thanks to a flood of newcomers seeking better opportunities, warm weather, and zero state income tax. But let's talk money, because that's what makes Austin extra interesting. The median home price in Austin is about $455,000, which may sound steep, until you compare it to places like San Francisco, $1.3 million, or NYC, $775,000. Renters can expect to pay around $1,700 a month for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center, which is manageable if you're working in tech, finance, or healthcare. Three of the biggest industries booming here. Salaries in tech average $100,000 to $120,000 per year, which keeps Austin feeling like a land of opportunity. And the lifestyle? Let's just say it's weirdly wonderful. Austin is packed with live music. It's not called the live music capital of the world for nothing. Outdoor adventures on Lady Bird Lake, and quirky neighborhoods like South Congress and East Austin. The city is also incredibly business-friendly, leading to over 180 tech startups launching each year. And fun fact, in 2024, Austin ranked number 4 in the US for startup activity and small business growth. Now, it's not all sunshine and queso. Traffic can be a bit chaotic, and summers? Yeah, they'll melt your flip-flops with temps hitting 105 degrees Fahrenheit. But with the recent investments in public transit and green infrastructure, the city is tackling growth smartly. If you're looking for a place where innovation meets culture, with a dash of cowboy charm and tacos on every corner, Austin might just be your perfect 2025 boomtown. Number 9. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Picture this. You're sipping coffee on your porch with a postcard view of Pikes Peak in the background, the sun's shining bright, and the air smells like pine trees and possibility. Welcome to Colorado Springs. This city has quietly been turning heads, and in 2025, it's officially one of the hottest places to live in the US. With a population that just crossed 500,000, Colorado Springs is growing faster than anyone expected, up 11% over the past 5 years, and that's not slowing down anytime soon. One big draw? It's affordable, for now. The median home price is around $440,000, which might sound high, but compared to nearby Denver's $650,000 median, it's a bargain with a view. Renters are paying about $1,550 for a one-bedroom, and utilities are below the national average. Plus, Colorado has no state tax on Social Security income, huge win for retirees. But here's the twist. Colorado Springs isn't just mountain views and hiking trails, though Garden of the Gods is mind-blowing. It's also booming with aerospace and defense industries, thanks to nearby Peterson Space Force Base and U.S. Air Force Academy. In fact, defense jobs make up over 15% of the city's economy, and unemployment sits around a comfy 3.2%, below the national average. Big-name employers like Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman are setting up shop here, creating high-paying jobs. And let's talk lifestyle. You've got access to over 350 miles of hiking and biking trails, 243 sunny days a year, and a strong sense of community. People here care about wellness, sustainability, and their neighbors. Colorado Springs even ranks as one of the top 10 fittest cities in America. So yeah, bring your hiking boots. Crime rates are lower than the national average, and schools are improving with new funding in 2024 for teacher pay raises and updated infrastructure. And for families? This place feels safe, peaceful, and exciting all at once. So if you're dreaming of that Rocky Mountain life without Denver's chaos or price tag, Colorado Springs is the sweet spot in 2025. It's a boomtown with room to breathe and room to grow. Number 8. Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee. Trust me, if you haven't heard the buzz yet, you will. Nestled in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, Knoxville has that charming mix of old-school Southern hospitality and modern-day ambition. And it's seriously heating up in 2025. The city's population has grown to around 197,000, and the Knoxville metro area is pushing 890,000, growing at nearly 1.4% per year. Why the growth spurt? Affordability, baby. The median home price here is just $310,000, and you can rent a one-bedroom for about $1,150 per month. Utilities and groceries are also 12% below the national average, which means your dollar stretches way further in this southern gem. But Knoxville isn't just affordable, it's evolving. The University of Tennessee brings in a wave of youthful energy and innovation, and the Oak Ridge National Laboratory nearby is a hub for science and research jobs. Healthcare is another booming sector here, employing over 60,000 people across the region. The job market is healthy, with unemployment hovering at a low 3.1%, and local initiatives are focusing on bringing in green energy and tech startups. What really sets Knoxville apart, though, is the vibe. It's got a quirky downtown filled with local art, food trucks, breweries, and the iconic market square where you can catch live music and street performers on a random Tuesday. Outdoor lovers? You're just 45 minutes from Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the most visited national park in the country. Fishing, hiking, kayaking, you name it. And here's a bonus: Tennessee has no state income tax. Combine that with low property taxes, and Knoxville becomes not just fun, but financially smart. Plus, the city recently invested over $250 million in revitalizing the waterfront and greenway systems, making the city even more beautiful and livable. Knoxville in 2025 is no longer a hidden gem. It's a rising star, laid back, affordable, full of flavor, and just waiting for more folks to realize it's the real deal. Number 7. Salt Lake City, Utah. If you've never seriously considered Salt Lake City, 2025 might just change your mind. This place is a straight-up blend of innovation, stunning mountain backdrops, and a work-life balance most cities only dream about. Salt Lake's population has surpassed 205,000 in the city proper, and the metro area? That's at 1.2 million and still climbing fast. Thanks to the Silicon Slopes phenomenon, a booming tech scene stretching from Salt Lake down to Provo, the city's become a magnet for young professionals and entrepreneurs. In fact, Utah added over 40,000 new tech jobs between 2020 and 2024, and wages here are solid, with average tech salaries ranging between $85,000 to $115,000. Now let's talk cost of living. The median home price is around $475,000, and a one-bedroom apartment downtown rents for about $1,650. Not the cheapest, but for a clean, safe, and opportunity-packed city, it's worth it. Plus, the city ranks in the top 5 for upward economic mobility, meaning you're not just surviving, you're thriving. But Salt Lake City isn't all work and no play. You're just 30 minutes from world-class ski resorts like Park City and Snowbird. And in summer, those mountains turn into epic hiking and biking trails. The city itself is super walkable and has invested over $300 million in public transit and clean energy infrastructure since 2022. Schools here are among the best in the state, crime rates are low, and healthcare is top-notch, thanks to Intermountain Healthcare, one of the region's largest employers. Also, fun stat: Salt Lake City has one of the highest volunteerism rates in the U.S. People genuinely care about their community. This isn't the Salt Lake City of your grandpa's era. This is a city where you can build a future, raise a family, and shred powder all in one day. In 2025, Salt Lake City is a boomtown that's rising fast, and it's bringing everyone along for the ride. Number 6. Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's talk about a city that's like that quiet, underrated friend who suddenly gets a glow-up and surprises everyone. Yep, it's Indianapolis. Often overlooked for flashier spots, Indy is quietly becoming one of the best places to live in 2025. With a population of nearly 900,000 and a metro area topping 2.1 million, it's not a small city by any means, and it's growing steadily, about 1.3% per year, which is strong for the Midwest. Now, what's making people flock here? First up, affordability. The median home price is just $270,000. Yes, you heard that right. That's nearly 40% lower than the national average, and it means you can own a house in a real neighborhood, not just dream about it. Renters pay about $1,200 for a one-bedroom, and groceries, healthcare, and transportation all clock in 10 to 15% below national costs. That's a win for anyone trying to stretch their paycheck. And speaking of paychecks, Indy is booming in logistics, healthcare, and tech. It's home to Eli Lilly, one of the world's top pharmaceutical companies, and FedEx's second-largest hub in the U.S. Tech startups are moving in fast, with over 1,200 new tech jobs added in 2024 alone. Unemployment? A solid 3.4%, comfortably below the national average. But Indy isn't just about business. The city has culture. Think world-class museums, indie music scenes, street art, and a food scene that's exploding with everything from farm-to-table restaurants to one of the best-rated food halls in the country. Bottleworks District, and sports fans? You're in heaven here with the Colts, Pacers, and of course the Indianapolis 500, which draws over 300,000 people every May. Indianapolis is also one of the most accessible cities in the country. Seriously, the average commute is just 24 minutes, and it's one of the easiest cities to drive in. New developments are also making downtown more walkable and livable, with over $1.2 billion invested in urban revitalization since 2020. This city has that perfect big city energy, small town friendliness vibe. In 2025, if you're looking for affordability, career growth, and a down-to-earth lifestyle, Indianapolis should definitely be on your radar. Number 5. Charlotte, North Carolina. South where the tea is sweet, the skyline is rising, and the job offers are hot. Charlotte, North Carolina is officially on fire in 2025. With a metro population crossing 2.8 million and the city itself nearing 930,000, Charlotte is growing by leaps and bounds, adding about 100 new residents every single day. And the reason? This place is basically a masterclass in economic balance and livability. Charlotte's secret sauce is its powerhouse economy. It's the second largest banking hub in the US, right after New York City. Yup, Bank of America is headquartered here, and Wells Fargo has a massive presence. That means jobs. Financial sector salaries average $95,000, and tech, healthcare, and logistics aren't far behind. The city added over 45,000 jobs in 2024, with unemployment hovering around a super low 3.2%. Now let's break down the cost of living. The median home price is about $410,000, which is reasonable considering the job market. Rent averages $1,650 for a one-bedroom, and compared to other booming cities, Charlotte still feels accessible. Plus, groceries and utilities are both 6 to 8% below the national average, and North Carolina's income tax is a flat 4.75%, which helps keep budgeting simple. But Charlotte isn't just about numbers. It's got soul. From the artsy NoDa district to the high-rises of Uptown, this city is packed with personality. The food scene is thriving with everything from BBQ joints to upscale dining and breweries. There are over 50 craft breweries in the metro area alone. Outdoorsy folks will love that the Blue Ridge Mountains are just a couple of hours away, and Lake Norman is practically in your backyard. Charlotte is also a city that thinks forward. Its light rail system has expanded, it's pushing green infrastructure hard, and the school system is investing heavily in STEM education, with a $2.5 billion bond initiative passed in 2024. This city gives you that polished southern charm with a big city feel and career growth that just won't quit. In 2025, Charlotte's not just rising, it's glowing. Number 4. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix isn't just hot in temperature, it's sizzling in real estate, tech, and population growth. In 2025, Phoenix is looking more like the capital of the new American dream than just another city in the desert. With a population over 1.7 million in the city and 5 million in the metro area, Phoenix is the fifth largest city in the US and growing faster than any other major city in the country. Why is everyone moving here? First up, affordability. Well, relative to California anyway. The median home price in Phoenix is around $420,000, while renters pay about $1,700 for a one-bedroom apartment downtown. Property taxes are low, and Arizona's income tax rates recently dropped to a flat 2.5%, making it one of the lowest in the nation. No wonder more than 250 people move to Phoenix every day, a lot of them from high-cost places like LA and San Francisco. But Phoenix isn't just a cheaper alternative. It's an economic powerhouse. The Greater Phoenix Economic Council reported over 50,000 new jobs added in 2024 across healthcare, construction, tech, and especially semiconductors, thanks to the massive $40 billion TSMC chip plant under construction. The city's also investing over $1 billion in water infrastructure, proving it's thinking long-term in a very dry climate. And speaking of the climate, yes, it gets hot. Summer highs easily break 110 degrees Fahrenheit, but locals are pros at beating the heat with early morning hikes, swimming pools, and chilled margaritas. Plus, you get over 300 sunny days a year, which is a dream for anyone tired of gray skies. Phoenix also wins in livability. World-class golf courses, tons of hiking trails, amazing Mexican food, and access to weekend escapes like Sedona or the Grand Canyon. The city is big on culture too. Check out Roosevelt Row for arts and live music, or the Phoenix Art Museum for something more refined. In 2025, Phoenix is a place where opportunity, affordability, and quality of life converge in the most blazing beautiful way. Number 3. Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you thought the Midwest was all cornfields and chill vibes, think again. Grand Rapids, Michigan is flipping the script in 2025. With a population of just under 200,000 and a metro area nearing 1.1 million, this city may not be massive, but it's mighty. And trust me, it's got that up-and-coming energy that feels like the early days of Austin or Nashville before they got too crowded. So why is Grand Rapids booming? First off, affordability. You can still snag a charming home for around $280,000, which is almost 50% cheaper than the national median. Rent? It's a breath of fresh air at around $1,200 for a one-bedroom apartment. And groceries, utilities, and healthcare all come in 10 to 15% below average. Translation: you can actually live here, not just survive. But Grand Rapids isn't just cheap, it's thriving. The city is a national leader in healthcare and manufacturing, with the Spectrum Health System employing over 31,000 people. Plus, thanks to the nearby Medical Mile, this city is becoming a hub for biomedical research and innovation. The unemployment rate, just 3.1%, and new businesses are popping up like wildflowers in the spring. Now here's the twist. Grand Rapids is seriously cool. It's nicknamed Beer City, USA, with more than 40 craft breweries in the metro area. Art lovers will fall for the massive Art Prize Festival that turns the whole city into a canvas every other year. And outdoor fans? You're only 40 minutes from Lake Michigan's beaches and surrounded by hiking trails, ski resorts, and charming small towns. The city is also investing heavily in its future, with over $500 million in downtown revitalization projects focused on green space, affordable housing, and transit improvements. And the vibe? Friendly, inclusive, and super community-focused. Grand Rapids ranks as one of the top 10 U.S. cities for young professionals, and it's got a surprisingly diverse food and music scene. So, yeah, Grand Rapids may not be the loudest name on the list, but in 2025, it's the kind of city where people plant roots, grow careers, and still have money left for weekend getaways and brewery crawls. It's a boomtown with heart and hops. Number 2. Buffalo, New York. Let's be real. When people hear Buffalo, they probably think of snow, wings, and maybe the Bills. But here's the thing. In 2025, Buffalo is doing something incredible. It's reinventing itself into one of the hottest housing markets and fastest-growing metros in the country. Seriously, Zillow ranked Buffalo as the #1 hottest housing market for the second year in a row. The The city's population is climbing again, hovering just over 278,000, while the metro area is pushing 1.1 million. Not bad for a city that used to be labeled shrinking. The median home price is just $240,000. Yes, really. That's less than half the national average, and it means you can actually buy a home in a city with strong bones and even stronger potential. Renters are paying around $1,100 a month, and you'll save big on groceries, healthcare, and property taxes. In fact, Buffalo ranks among the top 5 most affordable cities in America right now. But what's fueling the fire? Jobs. Buffalo is diversifying beyond its industrial roots. The tech sector is growing fast, thanks to new state investments and partnerships with the University at Buffalo. Healthcare is huge here, employing over 65,000 people across major hospital systems. And with Canada just a stone's throw away, Buffalo's becoming a cross-border commerce hub. And yes, the winters are cold, but Buffalo is heating up in culture. The waterfront is getting a $1 billion facelift, with parks, shops, and trails along the once-abandoned Erie Canal. The food scene is having a glow-up too. Yes, they invented buffalo wings, but now you'll find everything from vegan diners to Michelin-quality fine dining. There's live music, historic architecture, festivals galore, and let's not forget, Buffalo Bills fans are legendary. The whole city turns electric on game day. The city has also invested over $300 million in green energy and tech infrastructure, making it a smart bet for future sustainability. And bonus, New York State offers first-time homebuyer grants and solar incentives that can save you thousands. Buffalo's not just bouncing back, it's breaking out. In 2025, it's one of the most exciting boomtowns in the Northeast, and it's got all the grit, charm, and opportunity you could ask for. Number 1. Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina. And trust me, this city earns every bit of the spotlight. Tucked in the heart of the Research Triangle, Raleigh blends Southern charm with Silicon Valley-level innovation. The population just crossed 510,000, while the metro area is charging toward 1.6 million. That's a growth rate of nearly 3% per year, one of the fastest in the country. So what's got everyone packing up and moving here? Let's start with jobs. Raleigh is a tech and biotech beast, thanks to the Research Triangle Park, RTP, which houses over 300 companies including IBM, Cisco, and biotech firms galore. Salaries are juicy too. Average tech and research jobs pay between $90,000 to $130,000, and unemployment is sitting pretty at just 2.9%. And then there's the cost of living, which is shockingly reasonable for a city this loaded with opportunity. The median home price is around $430,000, and you can rent a one-bedroom for about $1,600. North Carolina's flat income tax rate of 4.75% also keeps more cash in your pocket. But Raleigh isn't just about work. It's incredibly livable. You've got green spaces on every corner, over 180 miles of hiking and biking trails, and more than 10 major museums and performing arts centers. Families love it here too. Wake County schools are among the best in the state, and the city's crime rate is well below the national average. And here's something cool. Raleigh ranked number 1 on the Milken Institute's list of best-performing large cities in 2025, based on metrics like job growth, wage increases, and tech innovation. It's basically the MVP of modern urban planning. Plus, a $2.2 billion transportation plan is reshaping how people move through the city, making it even more bike and transit-friendly. Throw in craft beer, Carolina BBQ, thriving Black-owned businesses, and weekend trips to the beach or mountains, just 2 to 3 hours away, and you've got a place that ticks every box. In 2025, Raleigh isn't just a great place to live. It's the gold standard for what a future-forward, balanced, and booming American city looks like.